There's no better way to start your morning. Just surrounded by nature, slimes, and you. You're here. It's been a long time, hasn't it? 6 weeks, 7 weeks? Welcome. A lot of you, actually. I'm noticing in the crowd, there seems to be a lot more of you than there were when I was last here. So sorry if I seem nervous. Yippee! What is up, my fellow deities? It's Phoebus Paul here, back here with another YouTube video, and today we are playing more Slime Rancher. Oh, it feels good to be back. I'm sorry it was so long. What happened was I wanted to get everything ready for this episode, and then I also went on an Italian archaeological expedition, and then I went to France, and then I went to Africa, and then I went to Ohio, you know, all over the world, and finally, I've made it back. Back to where I truly belong, with the slimes of old and new. All slimes of old and new. And with that, I must first give a disclaimer! Everybody loves a good old disclaimer, don't they? This video, if it's anything like my Risk of Rain video, it'll go great. It'll go so perfect, I won't even need to worry about this disclaimer. But, if some of you, I'm looking at you, specifically, if some of you get a little miffed, a little peeved, a little wrinkled in the socks and the sleeves, if you get a little irate, it's all opinions. I'm not saying that this thing that I'm saying is the way that things are, or the way that things should be. I'm saying that it is the way things are to me. Does that make sense? No? You didn't read the title of the video and you have no idea what I'm talking about? Okay, well, as I said, I have been here for quite some time. And with that time, I have spent it very wisely. How did you get out? Very wisely. I have spent it like any normal Slime Rancher player did. I, went around, I've added more plorts and more slimes to my empire. I decorated, and I have a very profitable business, and I have everything that I need to have in order for me to live a good and profitable life. But I'm not like other Slime Rancher YouTubers, in the sense that I don't like an easy game. I take what you see as cute and cuddly, and I just mash it into the worst possible experience for myself imaginable, while also staying entertaining to viewers like you. Thank you. Now, what does this all mean, Phoebus? You seem to be talking in riddles, in hymns and poems and mantras. What does this mean to me? Well, it's a long-winded way of saying that I have spent several weeks capturing every single radiant slime and every single regular slime and putting them on little flower petals for me to rank in a tier list that I have called Slime Rancher 2 Slime's Tier List Maker. And I didn't actually call it that, I'm lying. Chris Eternivoid called it that because I'm hijacking his tier list site. Did this take me a long time? Yes it did. Thank you for asking. Finding Tangle and Dervish slimes are surprisingly difficult in this day and age. I wouldn't have thought that until I needed to think that, which I do now. But oh man, we have our work cut out for us in nice little neat rows, don't we? Courtesy of yours truly. I am so unbelievably tired. But of course, before we begin, there is something that we do have to do. See, I have a radiant phosphor slime. What I don't have is a regular phosphor slime, because I, in my short-sightedness, neglected to get one before I started recording. So before we begin with the ranking, we are going to get one, while I talk about my Italian experience and my Africa experience, because I'm sure you want to hear that after you've clicked on a Slime Rancher tier ranking video, and there definitely won't be any chapters in the video below to tell you when I start ranking slimes, because I want you to hear this section and I don't want you to just skip ahead. Are they gone? Good. Okay. If you're still here, that means you are a true Phoebus viewer, and it's nice to make your acquaintance, if I haven't already, because there's a lot more of you than there was when I first started this series, because apparently Slime Rancher is such a beloved game. I say apparently. What I mean is, Slime Rancher is one of those games with a very niche fan base. Not many people that I know actually know Slime Rancher of anything other than just that it's a game that I play. That's what makes it tough when people are like, oh, what's your favorite video game? I can't say Slime Rancher. I mean, I can, and I do, but then they're like, what's that? And then I just default to saying, like, never mind, Fortnite. Fortnite's my favorite game, because that's the only game old people know, is Fortnite. They don't know anything. They know Roblox. Fortnite, Roblox, and Minecraft are the 3 games that any person above the age of 30 will ever know. That don't other play. I know that there's probably like one 30-year-old watching this, and they think Slime Rancher is their favorite game of all time, and they'd be absolutely blasphemed to think otherwise, that there would be no other person in the entire world that could ever know Slime Rancher, and that they're just too old for the... Whatever. I'm not saying that. Am I offending people yet? That was supposed to be for the ranking part of this video. I didn't mean to do that. Oh! Yes! Good to be back. Another one! Another one, thank you! But my break from YouTube was awesome. Thank you for asking. I went to Italy for 3 weeks to do a field school because I am majoring in classics. And so I went and I dug up some bones, not of humans. I signed a sort of NDA that says that I cannot post specific things about it, and that one of those things is human bones. And I cannot post human bones. None of the bones that we found were human. We think. We found ancient coins, we found pottery, we found mosaics that we cleaned marble. It was wonderful. And I will probably have a video about that coming out. Maybe. I'm thinking of doing a similar thing that I did with my Roman study abroad trip with this. But then the second portion of it, my Africa trip, was just 2 weeks of family fun, where we were out and we were doing drives, and we saw leopards, and we saw lions, and we saw impala, and we saw nyala, and we saw water buck, and bush buck, and birds, and everything you could ever want to see, except cheetahs. We did not see cheetahs because we were in a particularly bushy part of Africa, South Africa, and there were no cheetahs there because cheetahs need wide open spaces to run. But we saw hyenas, we saw painted dogs. Oh, it was so beautiful. It was absolutely wonderful. And I hope that I got a camera. From my parents for my birthday, which I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky that I have parents that will buy me this type of stuff, because I do edit and create videos, and I am a pretty good photographer, so I took some high class pictures. But it was an awesome experience, and I would totally recommend it. It was so incredible. But that's where I've been. I've been there, and then I was also in, like, France for 4 days. Don't recommend. I have just been living my life, and I apologize if I left you out of it. I didn't mean to. But now I'm back. Hopefully, I'm thinking of doing something special for this return. Different than any other return I've ever done. I'm hoping that I'm doing something special. But let's begin with the pink slime. So the thing about ranking is, I always want to be fair. I don't want to just do it arbitrarily and then be like, oh, now leave mean comments about how trash my taste is. I want to do it so that there's a little bit of a system that you can at least see my thinking. To begin with the pink slime. Pink slime, you're great. You are the gold standard of slimes. You're cute, you're squishy, you're cuddly, and you're a beautiful, beautiful pink color. You are the OG, the one, the first of all. They disappeared. God, I just did all of that. That is to say, pink slime, you are A tier. You're not the greatest in terms of looks, but you're one of the greats. I cannot deny. Now Radiant Pink Slime onto you. And the first thing I want to point out is, you're still pink. I understand why you're pink. You're a pink slime. You have to be pink, right? But something about Radiance that I like is the fact that it allows for a little bit of creative freedom on the point of the designers. The Yolky Slime is green, probably because of green eggs and ham. The Hyper Slime's blue. The Flutter Slime is a darker color. The Baddie Slime's a darker color. Tabby Slime, gray and orange. I think that just to go with a lighter pink, I get that you're a pink slime. I do. I understand that you are a pink slime. It is in your name. You have to sort of be pink. And there's not really a lot you could have done. I think your pink is too muted or too purple as opposed to this pink. I think if you were like a hot pink, it would be very different of a rating. But the fact that you're just like a grayish, purplish, pinkish, I am not colorblind. I want to lay this out before anybody comments that I am colorblind when I say these colors. I'm not colorblind. I will take a colorblind test, so help me, Lord Zeus. I'm not colorblind. I could do a colorblind test. That would be an interesting video. Moving on. I like your color, but not as much as pink. I would put you in C tier. You don't even have the OG status of the original pink. You're a cheap copy, at best. But I love you. Now, onto the Cotton Slime. Cotton Slime, you are beautiful. You're very, very cool. You are one of the first slimes I ever saw in Slime Rancher 2 that I had not seen in Slime Rancher 1. You were my introduction to a beautiful, beautiful world of slimes. You're cute. You have a nice little bunny smile. A different smile than anyone else. You are unique. And that puts you in A tier. I think you could have gone whiter. I know. Coming from the mixed kid, I think you could have gone whiter because it reminds me of like snow bunnies. Not that kind of snow bunny. Get your head out of the gutter. Not that kind of snow bunny. I'm talking about quite literal snow bunnies. White bunnies that are usually a different color in the summer that shed their fur and then grow new white hairs to camouflage in the winter. I like that. And I think if you were just a tad bit brighter, I think you could have pulled it off. I can already feel the comments seething. On to the Tabby Slime. Tabby Slime, Tabby Slime, Tabby Slime. You are by far... Wait a minute. Didn't I just say that your smile was iconic and unique, and that you didn't have any other smile that any of these other slimes had? You have it too. How many of you have the uwu smile? I stand by my ranking. However, I'm now going to treat you like you stole their unique... No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love the tabby slime, actually. I am much more of a dog person. I'm allergic to all animals, so I have no biases here. I think that the tabby slime is so cute because it resembles an actual animal. Now, of course, there are angler slimes and hunter slimes and saber slimes, but you have to remember that these slimes came out in a game where there were also like radiation slimes and quantum slimes and mosaic slimes. So to have just a slime that's just a cat, it was a little bit of a stretch, you know? I was a little controversial. I was like, whoa, guys, do we really want to do this? But they said yes. And so now they're here. Am I just saying stuff? I feel like it's hard when I come back from over a month, almost close to 2 months of not recording anything, because I feel like I'm just saying idiotic ramblings. It's days like this where I wish that I had scripted videos, but now you know that they're not scripted because no one could ever write something this stupid, right? I'm giving you a B. Do I think the cotton slime's better than the No, I don't think the cotton slime's better than the tabby slime. I'm putting you up there with A. You are an A. You. I love you. I think that having an orange cat variation of a slime is perfecto. You are one of my favorite slimes. You are now one of my favorite colors. I think that you are the perfect combination of cute and cuddly, and that will put you S tier. Now, phosphor slime. I think... I don't know about the colors. We'll come back to phosphor slime. You know, you guys stay right there in your puddles of melting slime on the floor. You guys, I'll be right back to you guys. Angler slime. Angler. Your color scheme is beautiful. I love turquoise. I think turquoise is a wonderful color, and I love just the brightness that it gives off and the gradient into dark blue. I think that you are one of the most aesthetically pleasing slimes in this entire game, if not the most aesthetically pleasing slime in this entire game. I only wish that your little thing here, your little dangler, did not have such sharp lines and just had like a tiny bit more polygons. That's the only thing that I wish, although it is very helpful when I'm doing Photoshop and I have to cut around this because it isn't a perfect circle, so I can do straight lines. I think that is nice. S tier. I think that you are cool, Mr. Radiant Angler Slime. I think that you are cool in the same way that I think gas stations are cool. What does that mean? I don't know. I think that you're cool in the same way that I think that cloudy days are cool. I like them. In the summer, with the perfect mix of hot and wet and cold, I think that it's a beautiful day, but it's not a day that I want to spend all day out in like a field. I think that this color is so beautiful, and I am biased because teal turquoise is, I think, my favorite color of all time. And I think you lose a lot of what made you cool in this color change. It's not even that stark of a color difference between your gray and your dark gray, as opposed to teal and dark blue, like a bluish purple. I think you lose that. And for that, I think you lose. Good day, sir. Now, my rock boys. Oh, my rock boys. Rock slime. You know we homies. You know we cool. I love you. But I don't love the fact that I have to turn up my render distance just to see your spikes. And then I think that I have like a rare blue-pink slime that's just off in the distance, when really it's just a shaved rock slime. Also, you could be rockier. I think it's a change in art style from Slime Rancher 1 and Slime Rancher 2. This one is more cartoonish and squishy, but that kind of defeats the purpose of a rock slime whose whole deal is to be tough and like hurt you when it rolls into a ball and then crashes into you. I think you lost some of that, and I think you're too cute for what you are. B tier. Now, my man. Orange rock slime. Orange rock slime, I wanna let you know something. There are a few of you who have turned orange in this Radiant scheme. And I think you're the orangest. Except you're not really orange, you're more like a bronze. Like a brownish bronze. And I think that's cool, because you are a rock. So it's like you're metal now. I'm just gonna put you at A tier, above cotton slime. And then let's just leave it at that. Baddie slime. Purple is an amazing color. Don't just take me for some boy who only likes blues and reds and oranges. No, 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 no. Purple and pink are good colors too, guys. And I think your purple is the perfect purple. I think that your purple outdoes any other purple in this game. I'm looking at you, Crystal Slime. I think he does it best. I like you. And I think that your design with the little rings make you look like a Pokemon. And I'm forgetting the Pokemon's name, and I'm a disgrace to all Pokemon society. But I think that lands you above Radiant Rock Slime. Now you are a beautiful color. I love your dark red. And I think that you are one of the very few Radiant versions that actually does darkening the color well. Having the Radiant version be a darker color than the original. I think that you do it very well, and for that, S tier. I think I lied. I love this purple so much that I think my vote is actually being swayed in real time. I think that this would probably go here, and then this goes here. I don't know what you just did, but it worked. Now I've also forgotten. There's a special someone. Puddle slime, puddle slime, puddle slimes. Let's go first to these puddle slimes. You guys, I love the puddle slimes in Slime Rancher 2 specifically because they are such a lighter blue than the original puddle slimes. I think that you are cute. I think that you are cuddly. I think that you are very, very nice, and you make very, very funny sounds. S tier. I love puddle slimes. I love puddle slimes. I think they're awesome. Now, Radiant puddle slimes. I don't know if you overheard all that stuff, but that speech could, in theory, be copy and pasted onto you. You're pretty much the exact same color. And had it not been for the glowing aura around you, Radiant versions, I can't honestly say that I would have an easy time discerning whether or not you are Radiant or you are regular. You are just the slightest bit shinier. You are so unfathomably close to the original puddle slime that I have to knock you down. High B. Now, Flutter Slime. You know what I think? I think your color scheme is awesome, actually. I think it's really cool. I like the yellow fading into pink. I've never really seen that done before. And your wings are beautiful, and I think that your antennae are beautiful, and I think that your smile is beautiful, And I think that actually gives you a leg up on the competition over here, because a lot of these slimes, I don't actually like their color schemes, regular or radiant, and yours is really one of the only ones that surprised me and also intrigued me. So I think you're pretty safe. I'd put you there. Now, Radiant Flutter Slime, I have some things I want to say to you. I actually think the exact same thing about your color scheme, about the pink fading into the dark purple. I love it. I think it's actually really cool, and I don't love it as much as the pink fading into yellow, because I think you could have done a little bit more in a little bit different direction. I do think that your color scheme is pulled off very, very well. Although I will say that while he has, or she, or they, sorry, while they have different color antenna than their forehead, you have the exact same color antenna and forehead. So I would have picked maybe like the darkest purple you could find for your antenna, as opposed to just being a gradient that shapes into your antenna. I'd put you in B tier above the puddle slime. I do actually like how you have nectar as your food source, because it's unique and it was different, and it took me a while to get that you guys actually ate nectar and how to get nectar, that it only grows at night. I think that was a cool mechanic. I think you guys are cool. Alright, alright, well, I guess I'll come back later. Boom slimes. Notice anything different about these two slimes? I barely do. This one has tiny fire. This one has big fire. Does that mean anything? Theoretically, no. In terms of ranking, it means a lot. Boom slime, boom slime, boom slime. I think that you are a lot shinier than your Slime Rancher 1 counterpart. And I loved your Slime Rancher 1 counterpart. But I think just the fact that I can actually see you radiating explosive energy from inside you, I think that's pretty cool. I'd say a high B. High B, low A, you're there. Now, what happened? You're supposed to be radiant. If I was a game developer, if I was a game developer, you know what color I'd make you? I'd make you green. I'd make you green. Just like the rad slimes of old, I would make you green. I'd make you a glowing, pulsating green, like a nuclear reactor. That's what I would do. And instead they took your fire. I'm sorry, it makes you look a little dull. Honey slime, honey slime, honey slime. I just don't have anything to say. I like the honey slime. Don't get me wrong, I like the honey slime. But it's not anything. It's not a straight gradient from yellow to brownish yellow. There's a little bit of juice in the middle that's like, oh, it's honey. That makes sense. And the honeycomb, I get it. I understand it. I get the concept. I just think you could have it like dripping or something like that. And I also understand the limitations of the game. The game is low poly. I get that. I understand the logistics of why things are the way they are. I like you better. I do. I like you better. And you want to know why? Because you're creative in a sense that you had yellow to brown and then a dark brown center, and you have brown to yellow. Or, well, you still have a lighter yellow to brown, but then a light yellow center. Almost as if you switched color palettes. Don't get me wrong, I think it's easy. I think it's an easy change to make, like, oh, we just switched the colors. I get that it's easy, but I also think that it takes a lot of confidence in your creativity to think that the easy road is also the best road you could have taken. You could have made him purple, like the Royal Honey, but you might be saving that for a Secret Styles pack, so I can't fault you for that. But I definitely put you above Puddle Slime. You are shiny. Your crystals are shiny. Yours are slightly see-through, but not see-through enough. And I like your purple, but it doesn't fade into the light blue of your crystals as much as I would want it to. It kind of just looks like you've clipped into a crystal mesh with a slime mesh. It doesn't flow. Definitely below rock. Would I put you in C? I think I would. I would put you in C. On to the next one. Radiant crystal. Hey there. You're pretty shiny. And your shininess works well with your crystals. I think that's cool. B tier. On to the hunters. Oh, the hunters. Oh, the hunters. My little band of bandits. Hi. I'm surprised that I get to look at your color for this long because usually you're turning invisible by now. But you are very cool. I like you. I like the fact that you can both turn invisible, but you still retain that shininess to you. The ears being like chipped right here to show that you are a hunter and that you have been in multiple battles. This is me coming off of an Africa tour, being like, oh yes, battle scars. Battle scars of a hunter. I think I like you. I give you A tier. And you are purple. I would have to say, if you're right here, I don't like your purple as better than this. No. Yep. I'd say that. Hello, hello, hello. My beautiful, beautiful lava. My fire slimes. Hi, hi. I think that you, fire slimes, are beautiful. And the pink. Oh, the hot, hot pink. The hot pink that I wanted the pink slime to be. You took it. I give you both S tier. However, I love the pink more than I love the red. Boys and girls, and theys and thems, I think you're beautiful. Don't stop. Don't stop doing what you're doing, cause it's working, girl. On to the next one. Now, because it's night time, thought I'd catch myself an elusive phosphor. Phosphor slimes don't appear in the daytime, they appear at night. And I think there's no better way to do a little ranking than right here, at night. Phosphor slime, I think you're beautiful. I never actually noticed your color on your wings before. You're very nice, and I love the fact that you give off a natural glow for the nighttime. I think you're very pretty. A nice little A, right underneath the flutter. Phosphor slime radiant version. I hate you. I hate you with passion. Why do I hate the radiant phosphor slime? Can anybody guess? Yes, you in the back. Because it's already shiny? The regular phosphor slime is radiant. I think that there's no point in making a slime that has light coming off of it have a radiant version that's only distinctive quality is that it has light coming off of it, because it makes it damn near impossible to figure out which one is a regular phosphor and which one is a radiant phosphor. I think that the radiant phosphor slime could have been great if it was just a different color. Not just like, oh, a different shade of bluish purple. No, like none of the cool colors, like a warm color, because that would easily differentiate it between a regular phosphor slime. Do you get me? And for that, I give it an F. It is one of the worst radiants in this entire list. Now, my little ringtails. I love you, both of you. You know I do. I think I like your color scheme, but it's not as nice as, say, the Hunter's, because the Hunter is a darker brown, and I like the brown more than I do yours. I also think that you're just kind of ripping off the Hunter's whole thing, because the Hunter had a ring, and now you have like 3 rings, and the Hunter's cool because it turns visible, and you're cool because you turn into a stone. I think you're ripping off the Hunter, so I can't, in good faith, put you higher on my tier list than the Hunter. Does that make sense? I think putting you at B is fair. And I don't know if you can tell the difference. I can, but not really. I think that your color could have been beautiful. And I think the same thing about your statued version, because if you remember back to when they were both statues, they were the exact same model, just with a shinier tint around the Radiant one. I think that you could have been so colorful as a statue and so colorful as a ringtail, and you're not. You're an even duller color than the regular, and you're supposed to be radiant. That's what I don't get about a lot of these slimes, is the purpose of their name. Radiant. You are supposed to be radiant. Radiant with color, with life, with different types of radiation. You're supposed to be radiant, and you're not. Did I say something wrong? D. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just, you have nothing. It's unfortunate, but that's life, I guess. Saber Slime. Oh, Saber Slime, we have beef. You are the only type of slime that I cannot put 5 in a corral because you guys are so unbelievably hyper. You just jump out of the corral. You break through the roof of my corral, and then I can't contain you anymore, and then you eat all my chickens and you leave your plorts everywhere, and before drones, I had to go clean up the plorts myself. And even with drones, I still have to do that because the drones take too long. You are awful. B tier. Saber Slime. Saber Slime. You are beautiful. I like your color scheme, but your color scheme. The white. I wanted this white on the cotton slime, but the cotton slime turned more of a pinkish white. You blend into the snow. You're cute. You're cuddly. And you don't appear as often as these guys, so I can't even have 4 of you in a corral for it to go bananas. I love you. I think you are the perfect representation of what a Radiant Slime should be. A complete and total color change from the original, while still maintaining the essence of the slime. I'm putting you at S tier. Now, my tangles. I like the color green. I like the color teal. I like the color lime green. I like both of you. I do not, however, like the fact that both of you look the exact same. You are teal, you are lime, but both of you have the exact same flower. You're just lighter, which doesn't make any sense because you are a lighter color. Your flower should be lighter than his. Hi, B tier. Radiant Tangle Slime, I like your color more. Not just your color, but your gradient. I love gradients. Have I made that clear? I love colors going into other colors. I think that if it is done correctly, it can be beautiful. And I think yours is one of the ones where it's subtle. It's green to like a yellow, but I think that it's done correctly, and I like it. Your flower is looking a little dirty and could be cleaned. B tier. On to the dervish. You guys are cool. I love the fact that you make little tornadoes. I love the fact that you pop out of bigger tornadoes. I don't love the fact that it took me 2 weeks to find you. I think that you guys are very cool. Your color's purple. It's very nice, and I love the waviness and the ring around you. I think that for a planet-themed slime, obviously you had to do Saturn. If you were to do Jupiter, it would just be like a giant slime, and you already have the Largos and the Gordos. You couldn't have done that. And I think that gets you an A. I think that the pink slime is going to have to stay in high A, but you are moving up. I love the fact that your lines are subtle, and I can't really see them until I actually look at you. I think that it's very, very clean. In a sense, yours just looks painted on. Yours looks like it's actually part of your atmosphere. I love your color, your bright, bright blue, your little teal. I think it's bellissimo. And I think that lands you above fire. I think that lands you right there. Yoki slime. We've had our differences in the past. 8 hours. 8 grueling hours of searching and searching and searching. I think that I have to put that behind me. I have to put it behind me. I was foolish to think that on the day of the update, I could find the brand new slime that was super rare. I was foolish. And me spending 8 hours doing that was on me. I did that. The Yoki slime didn't do that. I did that. To myself. I think, thematically, you are one of the coolest slimes in this entire game. There has never been a slime that interacts with food the way that you do. I think with the chickens, the fact that you let them hatch, and that's how you get their plorts, I think that's beautiful, beautiful creativity on the part of your developers. I think that having the plorts not come out of you, but come as a product of you actually helping the environment that you're in as a sort of egg parasite, not even egg parasite, like an egg symbiote, because it's a symbiotic relationship. I think that is super cool, and I think that your color is also cool. I love the yolk as your head, and then a thick body, because the fire and the water slimes don't have thick bodies. They have very thin bodies. I think the fact that you're a little puffy, and you're a little stuffy, and you don't have a mouth, makes you very cute, and gives you this. Now this one's gonna hurt. Because while it pained me to give you S, you, my green egg, go in S+. You are so unbelievably cool. You're an awesome color. You're what I've been talking about. You are a change in the color so unbelievably drastic, and yet your essence as a slime remains. I think that you're cool. The fact that you're green because green eggs and ham, or some other headcanon that I'm making up, I think it's awesome. You are, I think, the only Radiant Yoki slime I have ever gotten. And I got that day one of searching for Radiant slimes. I got you. Thank you. Slumber slime, you're great, you're trash. Let's tell you why. You are very, very nice. The gradient to light pink, to purple, to blue is bella, 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 bellissima. And the clouds and the stars, I think you are beautiful. And I would give you a very solid A. You, on the other hand, you're dark. You're gloomy. You could have been black and stormy, like a cumulonimbus cloud, but you weren't. You were just a purple version of this. Not even that different of a color. Your gradient is not a bunch of different colors, it's just purple and then light purple. C. Twin slimes. I'm going to be honest. I never understood the pink and blue. I get that that's the color of the planets that are surrounding it, so yeah, that makes sense. But is the pink supposed to be for pink slime and the blue supposed to be for rock slime? Why couldn't you have made it any other two colors? Are there any other colors that I would want to see in this slime. Black and white. Black and white would have been the two colors that I'd be like, oh, yeah, if you're doing like a duality of twins, I would think black and white would be the two colors that I would put there. I think the concept is cooler than the rock slime, is cooler than the the cotton slime, is cooler than the puddle slime, cooler than the saber slime, cooler than the honey slime, not cooler than the ring slime. S tier. Now the final Radiant Slimes. I love you both. I love just bright colors, especially in a game like this where you expect bright colors. I think that you are very good at what you do. I'd put you above Hunter, I'd put you above Rock, I'd put you above Bat, definitely put you above Phosphor. Really? Yeah. I think I'd put you up. Wow. Yeah, right there. I love your color so much. I think I would put you like this. And then blue, no question, you are S tier. Like, just beautiful, bright blue color. The type of radiant that I would expect from a radiant slime. Just the fact that, like, looking at it hurts my eyes means that you're doing something right. Yes. Now, these slimes. Do I want to rank these slimes? I think that if I were to rank them, I would put Shadow Slime in B tier. Gold Slime, I'd put A tier. Lucky Slime, C tier, actually. I would put Lucky Slime as C tier. And then Tar Slime, F tier. No, I wouldn't put Tar at F tier. I think aesthetically, the mixing of colors makes it so that you are actually a very cool slime to look at. Which means I would, unfortunately, A tier. Yeah. Does that all make sense? Are you angry? Are you going to leave a comment under this video saying how angry you are and that I'm a horrible ranker? Thank you for watching. My surprise to you, for those that have reached the end of this video, I will now be posting on a consistent basis. A few of these weeks that I have been gone, I have been traveling. That was not a lie. But these last few weeks, I have been editing and editing and editing and planning and editing and recording and editing and answering emails and editing. And so now, every Saturday, Slime Rancher, or a video that I think that you will like. Every Monday, Silk Song.
Shaw!
Because not many people watch Silk Song and Mondays are meh. So, you know, supply, demand. I think that that'll be fine, and I still get to finish Silk Song as I want, so that'll be good for everybody. And then Wednesday, Subnautica, because I'm out of the loop on Subnautica, and I need to catch up. And then maybe I'll post some shorts here and there of the main videos, but big things are coming. It's not just this. Big things are coming. And I'll see all of you when that happens. Sun's going down. I'm back.